Chander, we'll do another one. We'll do another one another day, not today. Chander's my lawyer. He's a good lawyer from Owen Sound. If you're looking for a good lawyer out in Owen Sound. But me and Chander haven't talked in a while. And he's not my acting lawyer right now, but he did some good service. But if he wants to pro bono, he can pro bono, but I'm not spending the money on the lawyer right now. I mean, unless he hey, there's a lot of things I want to work on, but I think he just does defense, criminal defense. But he's a decent criminal defense lawyer. He got me my deal in because he's a crown prosecutor too, or crown attorney. I think I failed to express myself in words to the extent that I should have. There was a couple facts that I left out because I was intimidated. Now I know those were key facts. But hey, Chander did his job. He did all right. And I'm a free man. And those charges have been dealt with. And hey, I'm not too mad. I'm not too mad at the outcome now. Never was too mad at the outcome. Just wanted it all dealt with so I could move on. Because I knew I had everything started rolling now, where I've made it to a point now where hadn't we dealt with it the way we had dealt with it, it would have just gone all out. It would have been horrible. I mean, it was just horrible when he was my biggest fan. If you go watch, I mean, listen, I'm a celebrity, but hey, I don't mind a guy coming and watching me. See, that's another key fact. Phil Thompson at 5 a.m. came and watched me eat breakfast at this small restaurant there in this town. Which I don't mind because I consider myself a celebrity. You see me here on the video and whatnot. But then it got weird when he was breaking into the apartment, or not even breaking in, but coming into both apartments. One that he owned, one that he did not own, one that he did own. I moved from the one he did own to one that he did not own. And he was still breaking in. I was waking up and seeing him there, and he was scaring me. And there were things going on. And I'm very surprised I'm even alive today. But luckily, Phil, something in their hearts or something, or I don't know what it was, but I did not get killed over there. They kept, oh my God, it was unbelievable. There were some key facts I left out. I mean, they were saying some really bad things. They were going to do some really bad harm to me. And I'm just a normal guy. And it was just horrible. And thankfully, the police, hey, one of the officers even lost their lives just trying to talk to Phil Thompson. Phil Thompson had shot in the woman. I witnessed that. And then there were some other individuals, too, that lost their lives for just some petty-ass fucking PAL holding piece of shit. That's all he is. He ain't nothing tough. Fucking, I whacked him one day, and I could whack him again. He fucking uses his weapons against innocent people. And it's a sick, really sick individual. The stuff I witnessed at the courthouse was sick. The day of my sentencing, I could testify in court. I could charge them. I want to see. I failed to talk to Chander, but I mean, there is several things we could process litigation on. I mean, it's just disgusting the way I was treated. I mean, first and last rent. I mean, it was disgusting. Their apartments are disgusting. Do not go to Teeswater. They didn't even have electricity. They didn't even have air conditioning. It was sweltering hot. The apartments are tiny. It's horrible. It's an old, It's a renovated, it's like an old building from the 1800s that's being renovated, and there's trap stuff in it, all types of trap stuff in them. And that Teeswater, several different trap apartments. That is where, okay, I've been all across the world, and Teeswater is one of these towns where they research these medieval torture shit and all that, and they tried to, and that's their town, that's the kind of stuff they do to make money. They shear sheep and rip people off for rental apartments. So be very careful about bringing any money, not just Phil Thompson, Cameron Thompson, and them. Bringing any money to anybody in the town of Teeswater. Hey, if you're already doing business, that's to you. But when I'm talking these rentals or even real estate, I'd be very weary in Teeswater. I mean, I got ripped off for G's out there. I mean, $4,000. I did a down payment or first and last rent on an apartment that I thought was going to be like my new apartment for years to come. No, I was getting killed and they were trying to steal all my computer and things. And that was like my first and my last for like living my life as a person in my apartment that I'm renting. You know, like that's what people are renting. But no, I was there like 1 month and then the guy's breaking in the apartment. My jewelry went, some of my old costume jewelry was going missing. Guitar Hero went missing. A lot of shit, eh? Cadillac Escalade basically got robbed from me and stuff like that. But hey, I win in the end because I've made so much money in donations, in financial support, all this stuff that I've gotten replacement of and whatnot that was stolen from me. The companies have done a great job. Everybody's done a great job. A lot of supporters around the world. I became even more famous. Oh, the content. Oh, it was all meant to happen. It was almost like I was fully guarded and it was just like a big, great thing that happened for me. I mean, I thought it was the end of the world, but it ended up just being a stir the pot. And I knew that's all it was and whatnot. But then unfortunately at the same time, that was real time out of my life, and I was very vulnerable. And for being who I am, I mean, I just can't believe that I had to go through the things I had to go through. Swimming, okay, not to get hurt. I mean, when you're going to jail and then you process your bail to fight your charge, I mean, you're highly vulnerable. You could be worth a lot of money. You could be somebody that's very important or whatever, and you go through there just for a couple days. And that's the funny thing. Oh, all the way up to the correctional staff, people will be jealous of you. It sort of happened to Lloyd Banks, but here's the thing is, Lloyd wasn't from Canada. I'm from Canada. And, but yeah, no, I did actually fare well in jail because I'm so big. And now I've learned the whole, see, I had a lot of, I was so proud of myself the first run around. Yeah, I was so proud of myself the first run around from how I came from such good roots and I never did any bad things. And I just never did any bad things. I wouldn't commit a crime, but I've learned it all now. It's not about just that. It's like we have some sick ones out here, like what I've seen happen with the women and the police officers. I met female officers and they were having sex with like the lowest of the low. And I knew, so now I'm using my power off on everybody. I'm just straight shutting them straight down. You know what I mean? That is, and you know what? But here's the thing. That's the privilege that you get being a gun owner, but not everybody can be a gun owner. I mean, I'm one of only a few. There's not many people. You got to be very rich. And that's what I don't think a lot of people understand is, a lot of PAL holders is, they don't understand how high up they are to have their RPAL or their PAL and be able to buy those, even though you guys get the better prices, those semi-automatics, those shotguns, all that. See, and then those PAL holders that don't realize it and that don't realize how high up they are, because there's guys that have been working their whole life To be able to, some people don't start with food and all or anything. Some people start from ground up. They have to get their own apartment or get their own place to stay and food, learn everything like that. Some people had their dad, had their mom. They were able to get their PAL right away, but they don't realize how high up they are, that they have all these powerful weapons and that they're a very high up boss or whatever when it comes to that. Some of them do, some of them don't. But then I got to learn all that. So I got a firearm now. And it's a registered and it's great and everything. And I feel, so now I'm more happy. But I started from the ground up with it. But I just say that some of the PALers have it and whatnot. Like a Phil and whatnot. That's why Phil got beat up. I didn't get beat up. Phil got beat up, not me. Go check his complexion. He looks like he has jaundice. All right? Do you know what jaundice is? All right? I'm not scared of Phil Thompson. I can defend myself, as you've seen in Teeswater. Teeswater's a town I've never been to in my entire life. And I took out the biggest guy in the entire town. I mean, congratulations, StacksAMilli. You are that guy. Okay, he is the richest man in Teeswater. He has the most guns in Teeswater. He even pulled a 45 on me, and I still disarmed him, put him in his place, sprayed him in the face, and made him cry like a baby, and he ran home. And he was the big, and that's how StacksAMilli. I was the most famous guy in Canada next to Drake. There was nobody else. They know me everywhere. Not just Canada, not just the United States, not just India. We're talking like countries like in the middle of Central Europe and shit. All they think about is me. Okay? Like, I know a lot of people. But that's irrelevant. What was it saying? Yeah, it looks like he has jaundice. Straight jaundice. Go look him up. Linda and Phil Thompson on Facebook, or go see him in person if you're in Teeswater, or if you want to travel. There was people traveling down to Teeswater. And they want because I'm famous. They was going having the Boomers meal. They was meeting Thompson and all that. So you can go do that. You can go see all the landmarks. If you go look at Hometown Pizza. Is the exact, right in front of Hometown Pizza, is where Philip Thompson, the very wealthy man, ran up on me and started choking on me, and I defended myself and sprayed him, and he cried like a baby and all that. That is where that all happened right there, and then I got arrested and charged with assault. All my assets had to be shipped out and all that. We had bodyguards go over and get it. That was over there. That was in Teeswater, right? And then go in and have a slice. It used to be Wayne and Julie, but it ain't Wayne and Julie no more. It's way better owners. They got it all under control. You go over to Hometown Pizza, and they got Wayne and Julie, the original owners, and hey, they maybe pop up more hometowns in the future. They may own the national chain. That was just one location. Hey, they came up, I'll admit it, they came up with a really good recipe. They made a really good recipe with the holes aerated. No, I don't know, but I remember they were formulating all these recipes. But I don't talk in my head to people, I talk with my mouth. So they gave me a free pizza, but it just wasn't working out. So anyways, but that was Hometown. You can go over there and have a slice. They have it, and I'm sure there's no one upstairs anymore in that apartment up there, or maybe there is. If there is, I wouldn't be going over there, but if there isn't, well, that's Hometown. And their pizza was pretty good, and they had subs, and they had salads, but I like their subs and their pizzas, and Phil Thompson does too.